Hello and welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath, intuitive card reader, and a visionary as well. I'm here today to do the general monthly reading for the month of June for the sign of Taurus, the bull. I'm just lighting up my candle from intuitivecandles.com. This week I'm burning Down by the Bay. It's a beautiful scent. These candles are 100% soy-based, so you're not breathing in toxins or anything like that. They're not harmful to the health. When the wax melts down, you're left, there's a piece of tinfoil on the bottom, and there's a reveal of stones and minerals, and they're gorgeous. They really are. Intuitivecandles.com. They're a local company. There. And there's the top there, Down by the Bay. And now I'm going to put up our smudge. For those of you that don't know what it is that I'm doing here, you're not familiar with smudges, just Google it. It's an indigenous custom, I'll just say that. It's highly sacred. Cleans out our energies, restores balance, raises intuition, puts us in touch. Getting some strange... What is going on? Why am I getting circles popping up everywhere? Did you guys see that? Maybe you couldn't for all the smoke. Burning the same old regular stuff. I don't know what's going on. That was weird. When the flame dies down, the smudge begins. And then it only takes a matter of seconds and we're done and we're into the cards. Always a good burn. I'd say my stuff is pretty much cured. It's almost too good. It's going on forever. I don't like to interfere with it. I'm getting, it's like a volcano. I've got ash falling everywhere. Come on. Almost. One little corner left. I gotta get my rocks off my cards. So I have to smudge everything, so. There's still a lick there. Stop. Now, just like a chimney, it gets a resin creosote built up on the bowl. And the bowl's on fire. My bowl's on fire. Okay, there we go. And this is for you, Taurus. What a nice smudge this turned out to be. It's a good one. I'm going for extra. I'm taking another hit. Past the bowl, I want another hit. That's too funny. It's literal. But other people think about things, like passing a bowl and taking a hit from it. Oh, come on. I need longer arms. There we go. Okay. Just let me clean up a little bit here. Can't lay my cards in that. I have ashes all over them. Alright. It's pretty much... There we go. Alright. Into the shuffle. This is a 5-card spread for anybody that's new. And then I pull one significator from my deck of tarot. After I've gotten the messages out of these cards. I gotta find my hands here, I guess. Tide's in, guys. Very blue. It's reflecting the sky. Very quiet tide, though. It certainly looks like spring out there now, I tell you that. Doesn't feel it, though. It's still cold for this time of year. Suppose I better turn that down. I like to have music. But YouTube, they'll end up putting a strike against me because of copyright issues. So they can't. Come on. My remote's not working really, really well. There we go. I think that's a bit better. Sorry, guys. Getting into it here. Taurus the Bull. We thank you for these messages. Match the universe. Match the world. Thank you, thank you. There we go. There it is. There it is. All right. Very first card. Your overall energy for June. 7 of Cups represents possibilities. Card number 2, finances and wealth. The 5 of Swords represents conflict. Card number 3, your hearth, your home. Anything, anybody that's close to your heart. 10 of Wands, responsibility. Card number 4, 4 of Swords, about recovery. This is your challenges for the month of June. The Queen of Swords, and she's all about resilience. And this is your message from Spirit. And as I said at the end, when I've exhausted those cards, I'll pull one significator. All right, let me get my stones. I like to hold my stones. I like to have all my stones around me. Where's mine? There we go. All right. Okay. So the 7 of Cups. Some of you, your brain space right now. This is a general reading. I didn't say all that, but it is. It's a general reading. So, you know, if it doesn't mean anything to you, that you want something specific, you need a private reading, I offer the service. For that, it's found down below the video window in the more area. But anyway, so this is just for some of you. Not even the bulk of you. Too many choices are going on. Some of you are having to make some choices, basically decisions, and they're life altering. They're important to you, and there's just too many. And some of you are probably thinking and feeling, I wish I only had one way to go, and then there would not be none of this anguish over what do I do, what do I do. There's a sense of panic. What do I do? I got to pick something. I have to make a choice. And it's just, there's just it's like a raft of impressions coming at you with different scenarios. It's just, it's floating by you and you're looking, and it's on the raft, it's like a smorgasbord of choices, and you don't know which one to pick because you can only pick one, and it's got to be the right one. I don't know what that is. These are life choices. It could be a job. It could be I'm sensing big, like a moving somewhere, and probably work related for a few of you is what I'm seeing. Dreams and visions are going to come to the forefront for some of you as well at this time through the month of June. Some of you may find blurred lines between reality and fantasy at this time as well. That energy is hanging over some of you. Your advice from this card, the card says, don't rush in for just one option. If you can't choose, and this is such good advice, if you can't make a choice, if time is on your side, even a little bit, don't do anything. Sit back to see what's going to start to manifest. That'll help you in your direction and help you make your choice. Your keywords are fantasy, confusion, choices, dreams, imagination, vision, and passion. That's a strong card for your overall energy. Your second card, Five of Swords, represents conflict. And this is in your finances, your financial realm. You've been, I just seen, and somebody that's been, oh, I see a man, I see a young man, and he's so disheveled looking, yet he's wearing suit pants, you know, with the belt, and a white dress shirt, and a tie, but he's disheveled. He's overworked, way beyond being overworked. He's at a breaking point, trying to move ahead, it all comes down to money, of course it does. I don't know, maybe, like running in one spot and running at top speed, your top speed, and there's nothing, you've got nothing to show for it. It feels like you're killing yourself for nothing, really. It's so strong. My remote's not going to work again. I don't want to hear this at all. It's distracting me. One moment. I wasn't very professional, was it? Oh, well, you're in my home. Put up with me. But somebody is, oh boy, this guy's like in the middle of a breakdown. I just heard that. Only he doesn't know he's having a breakdown. It's beyond exhaustion. There's almost another nether world out there once you get beyond exhaustion, because of the tricks that it plays on the mind. What fatigue does to a person. And this guy is looking at his bank account and he's saying, what the hell? Here's the thing, he's got more than one paw that's dipping into the bank account, and he can't keep up with the other one. Let's leave it at that. Yeah, let's not say any more about that. Somebody's been talking behind some of your backs as well, backstabbing going on. Somebody that you thought you could trust, somebody you thought was a really good friend, is causing some problems in the background of your life, and you're just going to be becoming aware of that issue. It all comes back to your recognition and your power, your leadership skills, your quiet demeanor, your strength. This other person that was professing to be your friend has been insanely jealous of your qualities. So that's what's going on here. Not a weird thing to throw in there, just weird. The advice of this card, though, is you do need to stand your ground. But you can be assertive without being aggressive. But one thing you don't want to do in this case, when you find yourself face to face with negativity and confrontation, you don't want to back down. You know, it's the fight or flight syndrome, and even if you feel like running, don't run. That's usually our first go-to response, is remove ourselves from the situation. So, in saying that, just stand your ground and show that you cannot be intimidated by anybody or anything. I don't know what this is over. I'm not getting what this is over. I don't know. Your keywords, though, are opposition and arguments, some shame, some bullying and unfairness to you. But there's a resilience there as well. That's with you. This is a rough time for somebody in the financial realm. Working your fingers to the bone. You know that song? Work your fingers to the bone, and what do you get? Bony fingers. You know. 10 of Wands and responsibilities in your house and your home. Anything to do with love. So, yeah. This card here brings feelings of being overwhelmed for some of you. Very, very emotionally overwhelmed. Um, there's so much going on at work, and there's so much going on in your private life, and so much going on at home that it makes it very hard for you to even formulate a clear thought. It's too busy. Things are just buzzing around everywhere, and you can't seem to come out for air anywhere. Just a breather so you can catch up with yourself, never mind everybody else. There's so much going on. Some of you, too, at this time could be too absorbed in the details of whatever it is that you're working on. It could be your whole life. It could be your job. But there's something that's going on where you're so focused in on the details that you're forgetting about the bigger picture altogether, which is going to alter the ending of whatever it is. It'll just come up something unforeseen to you because of that. You need to see the bigger picture. That is what is needed in that situation. You're not looking at the bigger picture, and you really need to focus in on that as well. Yes, details are important, and details are what puts everything together for us and brings everything together that we want to accomplish. But if you forget why you're doing it, which is the bigger picture, if you get caught up in the details and you forget in the first place, why am I even doing this? What's the point? You have to ask yourself that. Some of you need to elevate a little bit more and look at the bigger picture. That's all the card is saying. For some of you right now as well, there's one thing or one person that is sucking you dry as far as attentions go and where your focus is. Somebody is doing that to some of you. One person that's doing it where you don't even have time or even the conscious thought to check with yourself first to see how you're doing. They're taking up that kind of headspace with you, and they seem to be in the picture a lot and around you a lot, whoever this is. So the advice of the card on that matter is you need to set boundaries to reduce any stress that you may be going through. Excuse me. You may need to say no to some people as well at this time. Any requests that come in, people asking you to, not so much for your help, as in rolling up your sleeves and helping, but help in the financial sense, putting in words for other people, doing homework for other people and research for other people and all these things. You're going to have to say no to some. That's inevitable. Being a Taurus, you are probably going to have a difficult time getting out the N word to people, especially people you care about and you don't want to offend and you don't want to hurt. So all you say is not right now. I'm only one person. I can't physically do this. I can't emotionally do this. I can't intellectually do this. Whatever it is, this is that they want from you. You know, you can't bleed for everybody. You run out of blood after a while, and that's what's going on here. It's a metaphor. But you can't be pulled in 6 different directions at once. Real busy time for you is what I'm seeing in your personal life and your family life right now. The whole month of June's probably, yeah, it is. It is. It's going to be the whole month for you. It's going to be insane that way. It's going to be busy, busy, busy. So just set some boundaries. You're going to need to do that. You're going to be forced into doing it, and you're not. Part of you doesn't want to go there. But you're going to have to force boundaries, and you're going to have to let it be a known fact. There's lines that can't be crossed right now. Your keywords are burdens and overload, confusion, exhaustion, blocks and priorities, and feeling of pressure. Okay, so your next card is your challenge or challenges. For the month of June, Taurus, it's the 4 of Swords. It represents recovery. So when this card shows up, your challenge After this busy little baby here, this card comes right on top of it, and it's saying, you know what it's saying? I'll tell you what it's saying. You're going to need to take a break. You're not going to deal with this very well. So what's going to happen here in your challenges, if you don't take a break, it's going to be put on you. You're going to have to. It'll be imposed upon you. I know I use that word a lot, but what other better word is there before being forced into taking a break, whether you like it or not? If something tells me you're not going to deal really well with drawing those lines in the sand or those boundaries, and you need to think about that. Because this break imposed upon you will probably be stretched out longer than anything that you would have ever given to yourself. You need some time away. Feeling the heat off of that, somebody's really worked themselves into the ground. It's sad. Relationships are suffering, and commitments are becoming so stressful. This quiet time is really, really needed, and it needs to be used as an opportunity to look after yourself, to recuperate, to slow down your pace of life just a little bit so that you can stop and smell the roses and have the coffee at the same time. This card also shows that some things are on hold right now as well. They're going to be put on hold. Just like you are, I'm hearing at the same time. Everything's going to come to it. It won't be a screeching halt, so it won't be a shock. It's going to be just a gradual slowing to a stop. So you'll have time to mentally and emotionally adjust to it. The advice of this card is to accept that this is how things need to be right at this time. And progress for you will be made when the time is right. Time is divine. I've learned that recently. Timing is divine. Your keywords are inaction and time away, even taking a relationship break for some of you. Healing, peace, stillness, and rest. And you're going to find this month very challenging to do that. Whether you want to or not, it's going to happen. So, for your own good. You'll see that in the end, on the other side of it. Queen of Swords and resilience is your message from Spirit. This woman here is a very powerful energy. All right, and she could be in somebody's life here. She could just be an energy. But in a lot of ways, I'm feeling she's a real person in some of your lives out there. She's extremely intelligent. She's very, very sharp. She's very driven. She commands a lot of respect, and she gets it too. She always stands her ground, no matter what. If she's in your corner, some of you may go to her for help or some form of support. And if you do, she's loyal to the very end. And she gets stuff done. She's not all talk. This lady's action. I like describing her as a woman walking into a crowded room. Half the people there know who she is or know of her or know her. The other half haven't a clue. The ones that haven't a clue, all the heads turn, and their first thought, every one of them, unanimously is thinking, who is that? And it's not that she's striking or gorgeous, or it's her energy. She commands respect. In the other half of the room, when they turn their heads and see that it's her and they know her and know of her, say, oh crap, look who's here. She's that type of a person. You will recognize her in that way. She can see through people in a flash. Her intuition and her ability to read body language is second to nobody. This woman is so together and so sharp and so with it. This card shows up for you, Taurus, is also a strength of character. So you can see where that could be an energy. All of what I just said about her could be an energy that's being directed at you. It's here for the taking. You can be all these things. She's in your corner. The advice of this card, you need to be prepared to make some really strong decisions right now. Or even respond to a woman like this, who has the final say on something, who has the final decision. Your keywords are intelligence and independence, leadership, insight, and tolerance, determination, and most of all, it's a lady of justice. She does right by all. And that's to be noted. All right, so that was your 5 card spread, Taurus. Let's look at your significator and see what we can come up with there. I want one significator for this 5 card spread. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oops, I've got one turned. How did that happen? I almost want to take, I'm going to set him to the side. That's never happened before. I've never had a card turned inside out like that upon shuffling. Cards don't want to work with me. Maybe that was the card. They're not working. I'm going to take that one. It was the puppet. They don't feel right. All right. So what we got? Very impressive. The Hierophant. Very impressive. I don't believe I've even pulled him before in one of these readings. I don't believe I have. You guys that are regulars know the drill. Out comes my book. Okay. The Hierophant. He is a major arcana card. He's the cream of the crop. He's part of that elite group we'll call elite. I was part of an elite group once before in college. Computer sciences and stuff like that. Surprisingly, yeah. That's before I really became, you might say. So we're looking for the Hierophant. Where is he? See, I don't even know. There he is. He came in upright. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. I got the wrong guy. There he is. I see him. This, of course, and you can tell by looking without even being told, he's a spiritual father. And he's the spiritual father of this particular deck, not the other cards. He's a teacher as well, a mentor, a leader, especially of traditional values. This card represents kindness and a desire to conform, to be part of, not religion, it's a metaphor for many other things, but to be part of. The energy is focused on organization, kindness, and this desire to conform to a certain way of life. This desire to conform to maybe somebody else's way of life for some of you. All right? But it's a good card. It's a beautiful card. It really is. He's a spiritual father, and he could be the father of somebody, but he's probably a teacher, or somebody's looking for a spiritual teacher at this time as well. But he's all about kindness and bending the will, the bending of the will, the willingness to bend is coming to the forefront as well for some of you. Well, Taurus, I hope you liked this reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you walked away with something. Come back in about a week's time for the weeklies to see how I'm going to still do the weeklies for now, to see how the month is unfolding, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'd like to say thank you to all the subscribers here on YouTube and also on the group Beafundi Fortunes on Facebook. You're all welcome to join us there. We have a really great group of people there. We're all like-minded. And you can find Beafundi Fortunes on Twitter, Blogspot, Google, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you feel comfortable watching the readings from is fine by me. So I think I'm just going to sign off for now and say I hope you all turn back in next week to see how the weeklies are. June already. Hard to believe. It's not very warm. A lot of people are complaining too much rain, too much coolness. Hard to believe we're a few days now, because this is pre-recorded, of course, by a couple of days. But we still have to wear jackets and sweaters outside. It's crazy. We should be wearing shorts and t-shirts. Anyway, maybe by next week, you check in for the reading. I'll be saying how hot I am. And I'll be complaining about the heat. And I'll be all sweaty and icky looking. Anyways, thank you so much for stopping to view the video. If you're looking for me, I'm right here. Or found down below, walking on the beach along the water's edge that hold the mightiest tides on the whole planet. The beautiful, bountiful Bay of Fundy. And you'll always find me there because I'm always waiting on the next high tide. Thank you very much and hope to see you next week. Bye-bye.